Well, well, well. Jalen Ramsey is not an Eagle. Can't say that I'm surprised. Was I disappointed? Sure. But did I actually think it was going to happen? Not really. I was more so leaning towards Power Rangers and Desert Eagles' view on the matter. No, I wouldn't go as far to say that he's a flat out quitter. However, didn't want to be on the team. You know what? Now that I think about it, it is kind of a quitter sort of mentality. I've always been a pretty big Randy Moss hater since he left, simply because I thought he was a quitter towards the end of his career. Balled out in Minnesota, went to the Raiders, didn't do shit. Then got traded to the Patriots, balled out. Then went to the Vikings and Titans, didn't do shit. Sorry, but that's a quitter in my mind. Greatest wide receiver of all time, possibly, but still a quitter. Now, Jalen Ramsey is a unique situation because he didn't want more money. He just wanted it on a different team. And I was just listening to Scott Farrell on the binge on my way home from work, and he brought up that these NFL players are starting to put teams on hostage, so to speak. At least some of them are. Now, I have a bit of a rare, unpopular opinion about players that want to get paid. While they are being selfish, you also got to realize you are kind of putting your team at risk by leaving one of your best players unhappy. So if you're doing that, either trade him or don't. Let him walk or don't. I don't like whenever teams just drag their feet in the matter, which is basically what the Steelers did with Le'Veon Bell. Now that we have that Jalen Ramsey talk out of the way, let me say that I do expect a trade happening before the trade deadline for the Eagles. However, I wouldn't be surprised if it was a player for a player. And honestly, I wouldn't mind that because I'm getting a little tired of trading away draft picks. People are talking about how we had a terrible draft last offseason, which we did. But the thing is, we didn't really have a whole lot of picks to begin with. And the last one we traded away. Now I haven't looked up what our total number of draft picks are for next season. But I digress. I'm just getting a little tired of trading away picks. And as far as the Rams go with Ramsey, I don't really know how well he's going to do in LA now that Aqib Talib is hurt and Marcus Peters is gone. I mean, that's a team that gave up over 50 points to the Buccaneers. That's a team that's lost 3 straight. That's a team that is probably not as good as the 49ers or Seahawks. So as far as Ramsey going to the Rams, I personally think it's just a knee-jerk reaction. And I don't really think the Rams are all that good this year. To be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if the Cowboys beat them this season. All right, enough about the Rams. Let's talk about this game coming up. It's Dallas week! And we're ridiculously banged up, and so are they. They're missing players in their receiving core, but our secondary is pretty bad. Now, Jalen Mills and Ronald Darby might be coming back. Like them or not, they're still two of the better corners on this team. Hopefully, we can get something going with him coming back. We'll just have to see. Now, I really don't have a whole lot to say about this game coming up. Just that it's do or die for both teams. And you know what? I'm hearing a lot of stuff about how the Cowboys could be on life support, how their coach is on the hot seat, And this is all crap that I heard last season before we played them. And what happened? We couldn't beat them. They looked like one of the worst Cowboys teams in years before we played them, and we couldn't beat them. Now, granted, they went on to win the division. But yeah, we got the Cowboys. Sunday night in prime time in Jerry World. Winner gets sole possession of first place. We have a pretty good chance at winning in Jerry World. A much better chance than we did last year. And Doug guaranteed a victory. I hate when players do that. The only time I've ever heard of a guaranteed victory working out in the favor of the guarantor is Joe Namath for Super Bowl III. And that was decades ago. And some people thought that Super Bowl was rigged anyway. To save the AFL or AFC, whatever it was called back then. I'm not happy that Doug guaranteed a victory, but it leaves no bearing on what's going to happen in the game. I more or less just think it's a jinx. People are saying that the Cowboys are left for dead. They're giving up on their coach. I'm not buying into it. Not going to. Not falling for the same mistake twice. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Not doing it. Can't sleep on it. Just gotta keep it at one game at a time. That's all I got to say. Final flash out.